Now, communities across Benton County are still recovering after the deadly storms over the weekend. Thanks for joining us for your 5 News. First at 4, I'm Alexandra Burnley.
And I'm Darren Bob. Here are three things that you need to know. The National Weather Service out of Tulsa estimates the Decatur tornado was 3,000 yards wide and had winds of up to 165 miles per hour. They also believe the tornado traveled at least 7 miles and that the storm spawned 2 tornadoes near the town.
Right now, people are still in the dark as crews work to get the power turned back on in Benton County. For a lot of people, around 36,000 customers are still without power across the state. And get this, 30,000 of those customers are in Benton County.
Local leaders are also requesting damage reports from people impacted by the storms. Right now, residents are being asked to report personal property structural damage through the Benton County Citizens Damage Reporting website. Let's take you outside now as we look on the Fayetteville Square. Lots of people had to dodge some rain this morning. It looked rather interesting this morning, Scott.
Yeah, and we're going to continue to dodge some showers over the next couple of days. Pretty active northwest flow. Going to keep at least a slight chance in the rain of rain in the forecast almost every day. Out there right now, going into the evening hours, we don't have a lot going on. We're tracking some more of those showers moving from the northwest to the southeast. Some of those could skirt, let's say parts of Sequoia, perhaps LaFleur County. If they hold together, you can see a bit of a weakening trend over the last hour alone. Chance of rain relatively low this evening, but you're going to find it starts to increase going into the overnight hours, and once more tomorrow could have some embedded rumbles of thunder. Tomorrow's chance of rain much like today's. Some will see it, others will not. No guarantee for sure. Temperatures out there not all that bad. Low 80s in northwest Arkansas, mid to upper 80s in the River Valley. Humidity has been slowly but surely increasing. That cloud cover we've got out there, the little bit of clouds we do have, helping to keep those temperatures a bit more tolerable. Maybe we'll hang on to some cloud cover over the next few days. Some of those clouds, though, inevitably producing some showers, at times some thunderstorms. You'll notice there's no widespread rain in the forecast. Looks like Friday is going to be about as close as we get. We'll have the latest on that here coming up in just a few minutes. We'll have to track those temperatures as well. Not only are they going to be warming up over the next several days, so too are the dew points, and that's going to mean it's going to feel rather sticky outside. We'll track this week's chance of rain, plus look at the weekend, all coming up here in just minutes.
All right, Scott, thanks. Now's a good time to download the 5 News app so you can get any alerts of any future storm watches and warnings in your area. It's free to download. Just head to your app store and search KFSM.
Back to that news conference today in Benton County, where leaders are giving us an update on the recovery efforts.
5 News reporter Lauren Spencer is live now in Bentonville with what we learned this afternoon. Lauren?
Yeah, it's been over 60 hours since those storms tore through several communities in Benton County. Sheriff Sean Holloway said today that he's never seen this much destruction. And now as the cleanup continues, now they're sharing resources where they can pick it all up, pick up all that debris. Benton County Judge Barry Mooring says the crews have been working nonstop. They've cleared more than 500 miles of roads, and most of those are county roads. They're all open, at least one lane. He says they're working to have designated sites for people to take debris, and we'll have between 5 to 7 open soon. County crews will pick up debris within the next few days, he says, but they need residents to help sort and be patient, as he's never seen this much debris from a storm.
We'll be able to pick up organic debris, trees, limbs, things of that nature, and it's really important that citizens separate that from the other kind of debris. If you have a couch that was damaged or debris like 2x4s or things like that, fencing, those have to be kept separately.
FEMA is also surveying damage, and Benton County leaders are urging everyone who has property damage to report it using the county Citizens Damage Reporter website. Not only will that help FEMA calculate a financial estimate of all the damage, but if it hits a certain threshold, it could also help property owners who are underinsured or not insured at all be reimbursed by the federal government. So far, Benton County has received over 800 damage reports from citizens just from that website. You can find that link on our website, 5newsonline.com. And tonight on your 5 News at 5, I'll have more about the recovery efforts the county is taking. For now, live in Bentonville, covering news where you live, Lauren Spencer, 5 News.
Thank you, Lauren. Yes, absolutely use that website to report damage there. All right, Rogers Bay's Sheepdog Impact Assistance has been working around the clock to help with cleanup. And now members and volunteers tell 5 News reporter Morgan Wrigley that they're starting to see that hard work pay off.
This is the Sheepdog Impact Assistance Command Center here at the Center for Nonprofits in Rogers. During the morning meeting, Sheepdog members said normally they go across the country helping strangers, but this week they're helping neighbors. The organization got to work Sunday afternoon, focusing first on clearing roads so emergency crews could get through. They continued working all day Monday in Rogers and Bentonville. Members tell us thanks to linemen, emergency crews, and all those who pitched in to help, they're seeing progress across the area and can now focus on helping the residents.
A lot of Rogers is starting to get cleaned up and the streets are now cleaned up, so I think what we'll likely do is begin helping the residents and those people that maybe don't have the saws and or the skill to start removing debris and taking trees off of homes and tarping roofs and things like that. I think there are still needs in Bentonville. I think there's still needs in a few of the I guess, southern parts of Rogers that we could potentially help, and then I think there's a need in Prairie Creek.
As Sheepdog continues helping the community here in Northwest Arkansas, their Rogers office was impacted by the storms as well. You can help them by donating money, supplies like building materials, bottled water, or fuel cards, or your time. If you're interested in volunteering with Sheepdog, there's a form on their website, sheepdogia.org. In Rogers, covering news where you live, Morgan Wrigley, 5 News.
All right, Morgan, thanks. And just keep in mind, we have a list of resources available as the recovery moves forward on our website. We'll send you links to our articles if you text the word recovery to 479-785-5000. You can also get details on how you can help storm victims.
Operation Barbecue Relief is also responding to help feed people in Rogers. It's a disaster relief organization founded by pitmasters. Well, today they're set up at the Rogers Police Department where they just started serving dinner. Since 2011, Operation Barbecue Relief has served up to 11,000 meals to communities hit with disasters.
This is definitely a weekend where things can change quickly, you know, and we'll deal with it one way or another.
As long as we have, you know, the ability to be notified, if something were to happen, we have a plan, we have a safe place to go.
You may remember these Beaver Lake campers from last week. 5 News reporter Jose Carranza talked to them about severe weather preparations, not knowing they'd ever have to use them. He reconnected with them as they look back at a tragic Memorial Day weekend.
With the barbecue and water ready, David Lamer and his brother set up camp at Prairie Creek for Memorial Day weekend.
Wanted to show them some good entertainment from the area, so decided to take him to Rail Yard Live.
It was late Saturday night when he saw our severe weather forecast.
I said, why chance it? You know, let's go to the house. I live in Bella Vista, and it's close, and it was a very good decision on my part.
We heard things hitting. We kept hearing it from both ends, from the back toward the front. We kept hearing limbs hit, but we had no idea like where it was going or what was happening because it was dark outside.
Many Beaver Lake campers like Kaylee John got hit by Sunday morning's storm. With power going out across Benton County, Lamer had no idea what he would find when he drove back out to the campsite.
My camper had a huge tree come down right on the back side of my camper where my brother probably would have been sleeping.
While damage like this reminds us of how weak we are compared to nature, it also reminds us of the strength of a community.
People just started rallying together and pulling the trees out, getting their straps, you know, taking turns if needed, working together as a whole.
The local government, the first responders, the firemen, the law enforcement, the utility companies, everybody was just awesome. There was a lot of help out here in the park.
It's nerve-wracking to know, you know, that we were in the middle of really whatever happened. I don't know if it was a confirmed tornado or if it was just the straight line winds, but I feel better that we made it out. We're all safe. We're all still together. And we can talk about it. You know, we can help our community clean up after. We can do what we need to do on that side of things as well.
In Beaver Lake, covering news where you live, Jose Carranza, 5 News.
John says since school is out now, they'll start summer early with her family. Lammer is retired and says he is volunteering where he can.